Triple M's Dead Set Legends, your Saturday morning sports show that covers everything footy. For Thirsty Camel bottle shops, get a Thirsty Camel in your life.
KG, the Crows take on the Eagles in the pre-season grand final at Amy Stadium tonight in front of 45,000 people.
I hope you're right.
Come on, KG. And let's talk to the Adelaide Crows' new assistant coach and former Geelong champ premiership player, DARREN MILBURN. Good morning, DARREN.
Good morning, guys.
Have you got some butterflies in your guts regarding tonight's game?
Gee.
Have I?
Yeah.
Probably not. I'm past all that now, I think, so I can sort of relax a bit now, so I don't have to go out there, obviously. So it's no, I'm pretty relaxed at the moment. So,
DARREN, it's going to be a wonderful experience for the young Crows side to not only to play as an individual, but you being there and done that. It's a big moment for some of these boys. What kind of advice do you pass on?
Yeah, I guess it is a big moment. Obviously, to get to any grand final, it's a good achievement. So, just to try and make it as normal as possible, I guess. Just to relax and just soak it up, I guess. You don't want to, as we say, you don't want to play a couple of games before you've actually played the game. So just to relax and enjoy the moment.
DARREN, with that in mind, the distractions during the week with the Bernie Vince drama, which I think has been blown way out of proportions. Now, of course, the Matthew Rendell resignation. Are you concerned about whether that may have some effect on the players tonight?
Yeah, it's hard to say. Obviously, those things happen and they've been dealt with, so you just got to move on, and hopefully the players are professional enough now just to be able to put that aside and then concentrate on the game.
DARREN, with a talented midfield group, Crows can play some really good attacking, entertaining footy in the comp, but also it can be very, very disappointing. Do you think that's Sando's biggest challenge, not only tonight but this year?
Yeah, they can. Obviously, it's still a young group, so they're learning along the way, and games like this will help them along the way, I guess. So we can play some exciting footy, but then you got to, when the opposition got the footy, you got to realise you got to stop them from scoring too. So it's a bit of both, but it's a good learning experience tonight.
And talking about that, DARREN, of course, you've got somewhat of an inexperienced defence. Young Talia, you've got young Shaw back there. This is another learning curve for those two kids.
Yeah, they've come up against some good players. Yep. They had Cloak and Dawes last week, and I thought they did a reasonable job against both of those players. But we have got a little bit of experience around them. You got John Cock and Riley and Dogger, I guess, down there too to help them out. So we've got some experience, but yeah, as you said, we've got some key backs that haven't played much footy. So it's a good learning experience up against a couple of good forwards tonight. So it should be a good game.
DARREN, West Coast Eagles will be a tough side to crack. They've got a very good midfield, and obviously Cox and Nat Nui are dangerous. Their midfield's very deep. Forward line, that can be versatile. Their defence is solid. Daniel Kerr and Matt Priddis are in great form, so it's going to be a hard game tonight for these boys.
Yeah, it will. They're a quality side, and it showed last year. They finished near the bottom of the ladder the year before, and they were able to rise. But they've got some quality players all over the park, and it's going to be a good test for our players. And we know that. We've just got to go about what we can do and play to our game plan, I guess.
DARREN, are we likely to see Kurt Tibbett spend more time this season on the ball to help young Sam Jacobs, who I think's a super talent?
Yeah, he is. He had a good year last year, Sammy, and I think he's in for another big year. I think, you will. You'll see Tippo up the ground a bit, but I think he's a very important player in the forward line too. He can take some big marks and just create a contest in our forward line to get it to our smaller types.
Geez, DARREN, talking about important players, poor Pleasure. It's just so critical that that young man stays injury-free, because I think he is a very important cog of the wheel through the midfield, up forward, wherever.
Yeah, he is a very important player. Just I haven't seen a lot of him lately, but once I arrived at the club, just his skills around the footy and his ball use is just second to none, I guess. I was a bit worried on the weekend when he flew through a couple of marks and landed on his shoulder. But he got straight back up, which is good, and he looks like he's in for a big year.
Hopefully.
DARREN, good luck tonight. It's going to be a really good moment for the young group. It's against a quality side, so we wish you all the best, and thanks for your time, DARREN.
Good luck, DARREN.
Thanks, guys.
Triple M's Dead Set Legends, your Saturday morning sports show that covers everything footy. For Thirsty Camel bottle shops, get a Thirsty Camel in your life.
There it is. The Crows will play in the NAB Cup Grand Final of 2012.
Yeah, it's the big game finally. It's here tonight. The West Coast Eagles taking on the Crows at Amy Stadium, and Triple M rocking footy from 6:30 tonight with the boys for McDonald's. KG and Jars, how do you see it?
Well, it'd be a big game. Look, it's an important game. I know it's only a NAB Cup Grand. I want to say only a NAB Cup Grand Final, but from the Crows' point of view, after a disappointing year last year, Jars, I just think it's so important that they win tonight. Keep the momentum going. They've had a terrific pre-season. Everything coming out of the Crows, apart from the dramas this week, but from a coach's point of view and a player's point of view, has been terrific. It's going to be a huge ask for the Crows.
Yeah, the Crows' biggest threat for me would be Dean Cox and Nick Naitanui. You know, the two big ruckmen against young Sam Jacobs. He'll get some support from Kirk Tippett and young McKernan, but I like Paul Pleasure. I like Petrenko up forward. They give us that small, fast forward that we need front and square. Tippett and Walker. I'd like to see Kirk Tippett really stand up tonight. I think that the spotlight will be on Kirk Tippett to really fire a shot, because if he can kick 5 goals, we'll win the game.
Well, Jones, would you use him on the ball as well? Because you've got Sam Jacobs up against Big Dean Cox and Naitanui, arguably the best ruck combination in AFL football. So Kirk Tippett surely has to spend some time on the ball.
Yeah, he'll spend probably between 8 and 10 minutes a quarter.
What about the midfield? That
very
again
good.
Is a test for the Crows.
Yeah, very good. Look, it's a very even midfield group. See, Kerr comes back in. Kerr's a class player. He's their inside player.
Yeah, he is.
He links them up. But Scotty Thompson's in great form. Pritters for the Eagles is in great form. Dangerfield is the one.
Now, is that where he's going to play most of his football this year?
Yeah, absolutely.
Through the midfield?
Yeah, because he can carry the ball. You see, Thompson gets inside the contest, gives it out to Dangerfield, who can split the lines with his run. John Cock and Dowdy down back gives us some seniority, which we lack.
That's my query. You've got young Shaw and Talia down there who have got
Ottens,
certain ability, but they lack that experience.
Yeah, look, the game's going to be won through the midfield tonight.
Yeah, no doubt.
Ball movement's going to be really good, and I think it's going to be a good test, because the Eagles defend really well now with their full press.
Yes.
And we're playing through the corridor a lot like Geelong, so it's going to be an entertaining game of football. I hope we get a good crowd tonight, George.
30,000, who's going to win?
I'm going to go the Crows 15 points.
Crows home, Crows home.
Beautiful.
At Amy Stadium.